Pauline. Her name was Pauline, and the cat was called Jake. I miss them both. Pauline was super friendly, and Jake was kinda funny, being so possessive and careful with her. A big, black, pissed-off looking cat. She didn't always used to be a witch. She was, I think, a retired nurse or something in a hospital. Later, I heard it said she wasn't a nurse at all, just the housekeeper and laundry lady. Whatever, people can be so mean. Anyway, she had never married, just lived by herself. In a house with garden she kept wild, Jake coming and going as he pleased, kinda taking care of her, because there were always people visiting her. I think at first she tried to keep herself to herself and to Jake, as it should be, but people wouldn't leave her alone, always coming to her door to talk about their sicknesses and illnesses. Pauline would talk to them over a cup of tea and help figure it out. The person would leave and soon feel better, and not just illnesses. I know Jenna, who I knew from school, visited her after her husband beat her up, and there were police at their door. Folks said Pauline helped Jenna and her kid disappear, and when my cousin called me a few months ago crying, I just heard myself telling her to visit Pauline. I didn't hear from my cousin for a long while after that. She left her husband. Clinics were shutting down. Services were few and then fewer. Visiting a doctor was a luxury, even for those who could pay. It was not surprising. Pauline was getting more visitors than ever, people who just needed to talk, to show her the rash on their kid's back, the lump behind their ear, the swelling by their eye, the itchy cough that just wouldn't go away. Pauline loved chatting and had time for everybody. Sometimes she told folk they just had to try see a doctor, now pretending to garden. I looked over my fence and saw a woman with a baby enter. I knew her family. They weren't good people. A faint wail from the baby drifted over the fence, and I heard the ominous death rattle at the end of the cry. I shook my head. Pauline's ways must be getting to me. I tried to concentrate on my weeds. The mom and her baby came back out into the garden. The mom was crying too, silent tears pouring down her face. Pauline should have known better. Metal, metal, metal. Now she was talking. Then I heard the mother's reply. Pauline, I can't. The wait times, plus the travel time, and I just don't have the money. No. I already took out no. The baby wailed, and Jake glared at them. The mother left, and Jake slunk after her. It was darkening. I couldn't sleep. I had heard the baby had died an hour or so earlier, and even though I didn't know the family, the news was upsetting. I stood by my window, looking at Pauline's house, the dark, overgrown garden. Why didn't she try harder to help the baby? Was she even a nurse, lit up by the street lights? I saw a streak of black running towards Pauline's house. Jake was returning. Why was he so agitated? He slipped inside. Less than 60 seconds later, Pauline appeared at the door. I watched them jump into her old car and drive off. Was there an emergency? And then I saw them. A swell of angry men pouring into the street. Pauline had just fled. I could hear them, growling and angry. I recognized some uncles, cousins of the baby, who had just died. They all gathered outside Pauline's house, yelling, and then first Molotov cocktail smashed into her window.